the 1990 no-mint Mark Lincoln Memorial Penny is one of the most intriguing and sought-after modern rarities in U.S. coinage history. Seemingly ordinary coin that hides extraordinary value beneath its copper-plated surface. How millions of 1990 pennies were minted. Minuscule number of them emerged from the Philadelphia Mint without the traditional P-Mint mark, turning what should have been a routine circulation coin into a numismatic treasure. What makes this coin so special is not just its design or date, but a rare and accidental omission that led to the absence of the mint mark on select proof coins intended for collectors. In today's collector market, the value of an authentic 1990 no-mint Mark Lincoln Memorial Penny can soar up to $3,200 or more, depending on condition, grading, and provenance. This tiny copper coin has shocked seasoned collectors and casual hobbyists alike, proving that even modern coins can yield big surprises when rarity and error collide. To understand the significance of this coin, we must first explore the history and design of the Lincoln Memorial Penny, first introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The Lincoln Memorial reverse replaced the iconic wheat ears design. The obverse retained Victor David Brenner's classic 1909 portrait of Lincoln. Facing right, a design that marked the first time a U.S. president appeared on regular issue currency. On the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, stands the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., a tribute to the legacy of the great emancipator. Hidden within the pillars of the memorial is a tiny rendering of Lincoln himself. Seated inside, a detail often overlooked by the casual observer, but revered by coin enthusiasts for its intricacy. The 1990 penny, like other pennies from the era, was struck in two primary facilities: the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not place a mint mark on its coins except proofs, and the Denver Mint, which used a D-Mint mark. In 1990, however, the U.S. Mint produced proof coins at San Francisco, and these coins bore the S-Mint mark. But a critical minting mistake occurred when a proof die intended for use at the San Francisco Mint was mistakenly made without the S-Mint mark and used to strike a small number of proof coins. These 1990 NOS proof pennies were then mistakenly packaged into proof sets and sold to collectors, sparking shockwaves throughout the numismatic community once the error was discovered. Importantly, this coin is not simply any 1990 penny. Lacking a mint mark, as all Philadelphia-struck circulation coins that year also lack a mint mark, the value lies in the proof version, missing the S. The proof coin, struck on specially prepared dies and polished planchets, is what defines this rarity. Proof coins are made with extraordinary detail and have mirror-like fields with frosted devices. They are not intended for general circulation, but for collectors. The 1990 NOS proof Lincoln cent is easily distinguishable from regular Philadelphia pennies due to its sharp details, reflective surfaces, and exceptional strike. But because it lacks the expected S-Mint mark, it becomes instantly identifiable as a major mint error. These error coins are extremely scarce. Fewer than 200 are believed to exist, and they almost never appear in casual circulation. Authenticating such a coin requires submission to a major grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company, where it will be certified as a genuine nose proof and given a numeric grade based on condition. What makes this coin even more fascinating is the mystery and surprise surrounding its release. It is not known exactly how many of the NOS 1990 proof cents made their way into collector proof sets before the error was discovered. Once the U.S. Mint became aware of the mistake, steps were taken to prevent further distribution, but by then, a handful of these coins had already reached the public. The intrigue, the rarity, the unexpected nature of this error have made the 1990 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny one of the most famous modern errors in American numismatics. From a market perspective, the value of the 1990 NOS Lincoln proof penny can vary based on condition and certification. Coins graded PR62, PR63 may sell for $1,000 to $2,000, while high-grade examples graded PR67 or PR68 Deep Cameo can bring prices of $3,200 or more. In some auction settings, collectors have paid even higher premiums for examples with exceptional strike and visual appeal. Because of the coin's notoriety and low survival rate, demand remains strong even decades after its initial discovery. This has positioned the coin as a key target for collectors of modern U.S. era coins, Lincoln cent specialists, and those building complete proof sets for everyday coin enthusiasts. It's crucial to distinguish the valuable no-S proof coin from the common 1990 Philadelphia circulation penny, which also lacks a mint mark. The key is to look for proof characteristics, mirror-like surfaces, a high level of detail, and a sharp strike. Regular 1990 pennies from Philadelphia are extremely common and hold no more than face value unless in pristine uncirculated condition. Therefore, unless the coin is clearly a proof often found only in sealed proof sets, it is highly unlikely to be the valuable nose variety. The 1990 no mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny serves as a testament to the unpredictable nature of minting, where, even in an era of modern technology and quality control, human error can result in a coin of monumental rarity and value. It also illustrates how coins that were once overlooked as mundane or routine can unexpectedly rise to the top of the collector market, redefining perceptions of what makes a coin truly special. In the world of numismatics, it's often the anomalies, the mistakes, and the accidents that become the crown jewels of collections, beyond its rarity and value. The coin also represents a milestone in the broader timeline of Lincoln cent production. By 1990, the Lincoln Memorial Reverse had already been in circulation for over 30 years. It would continue until 2008, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Bicentennial designs. In 2010, the reverse design changed again to the Union Shield, marking a new chapter in the penny's evolution. The 1990 nose penny, then, stands out not only as a rare collectible, but also as a symbolic outlier, a coin that straddles eras technology and expectations as collectors continue to hunt for the elusive 1990 nose penny. Its story serves as a reminder that great value can be hidden in plain sight. While most of these coins have already been found, the thrill of discovery still captivates the hobby. Proof sets from 1990 are regularly scrutinized by collectors hoping to uncover the elusive error. And although rare, new discoveries do occasionally surface. If you own a 1990 proof set, it may be worth a closer look, especially at the penny, as you could be holding a coin worth thousands of dollars without even knowing it. In conclusion, the 1990 no mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny is one of the most valuable and captivating modern U.S. era coins. With a market value reaching up to $3,200 for high-grade proof examples, its rarity, combined with the dramatic story of a missing mint mark on a proof coin, has made it a legend among collectors. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a curious hobbyist, the tale of the 1990 nose penny highlights the excitement, the surprises, and the endless potential of coin collecting. It's not just about metal, it's about history, mystery, and the joy of uncovering something truly extraordinary. Next up, the 1991D Lincoln Memorial penny might appear to be just another common coin in circulation. Just under certain conditions, this copper-plated zinc coin has drawn the attention of serious collectors, with rare and high-grade examples reaching market values of up to $4,200. This particular Lincoln cent, struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark beneath the date, has become a point of fascination in the numismatic community. Not because it's universally rare, but because certain minting errors, grade conditions, and unique characteristics have propelled its value well beyond its humble face value. The 1991 D penny is part of the long-running Lincoln Memorial series, which features Abraham Lincoln's iconic bust on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. And it stands today as a powerful reminder that even modern coins can hide substantial value when rarity, condition, and collector demand converge. Minted in massive quantities, over 4.15 billion pieces, the 1991D penny was designed primarily for circulation. intended to be exchanged and used by everyday Americans. However, amidst this sea of coins, a few stood out due to their exceptional preservation, striking errors, or nearly flawless surfaces. Collectors prize these outliers, especially examples that have been professionally graded at the highest levels by PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. A 1991D Lincoln cent graded MS68 Red Road, for instance, is an extraordinary find, as such high-grade copper-plated zinc coins are notoriously difficult to preserve due to their tendency to oxidize, tone, or spot over time. These pristine examples, with full luster and blazing red color, are what drive the price into the $3,000, $4,200 range, especially when they come with third-party certification. In terms of design, the 1991D penny follows the familiar format established in 1959. With the obverse designed by Victor David Brenner, who originally created the Lincoln cent for its 1909 debut, his depiction of Lincoln facing right has endured for more than a century and remains a cornerstone of American coin design. The inscription "In God We Trust" arches above Lincoln's head. Liberty appears to the left, and the date 1991 flanks the lower right, accompanied by the small d mint mark signifying production at the Denver Mint. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, features the Lincoln Memorial, with the words United States of America across the top, e pluribus unum, just above the memorial, and 1 cent at the bottom. A small representation of Lincoln is visible between the columns, subtle tribute to the man honored by the structure itself. Despite the coin's seemingly common appearance, it's the combination of condition and error types that makes certain 1991D pennies so valuable. Some of the most sought-after examples include coins with off-center strikes, double dies, broad strikes, die cracks, or even rare struck-through errors. These mistakes occur during the minting process and can significantly increase a coin's worth if the error is dramatic and well-preserved. For example, a 1991D penny with a bold, doubled die obverse DDO, where the date, mint mark, or inscriptions appear clearly doubled, can command a large premium. Likewise, if a coin shows clear signs of a struck-through grease error, where details are missing due to grease obscuring the die, or as visible clashes or cuds, collectors may be willing to pay hundreds or thousands for a certified example, especially if it's in mint state condition. Another factor that heavily influences value is the surface color designation, Red Road, Red Brown RB, or Brown BN. Coins with the road designation retain 95% or more of their original red copper color and are considered the most desirable. Over time, most copper coins darken or spot due to exposure to air, moisture, and handling. Finding a 1991D Lincoln penny with bright red, untouched surfaces is exceptionally difficult, especially in grades above MS66, and this rarity is reflected in the premium collectors are willing to pay. It's not unusual for a coin-graded MS68 Road to sell for $4,000 or more at auction, a staggering leap from face value for a coin minted just a few decades ago. Collectors also pursue top population coins, or those that represent the finest known examples for a given date and mint. If a particular 1991D Lincoln cent is graded higher than any others submitted to PCGS or NGC, or ties for the highest grade, it becomes a registry quality coin, meaning it is eligible for inclusion in competitive collector sets. Registry collectors often pay significantly more for such examples to elevate the rankings of their sets. This competitive dynamic further drives up prices for top-grade specimens and ensures that high-quality 1991D pennies will continue to command premium prices in the market. Authentication and certification are essential when evaluating any 1991D penny that may be worth thousands. Counterfeiting, while less common with modern coins, is still a concern, particularly when large sums are at stake. Reputable grading services provide not just condition grades, but also authentication of the coin's originality, surface preservation, and any unique attributes such as errors or varieties. If you believe you have a high-grade or error 1991D penny, submitting it to PCGS or NGC can be the difference between a curiosity and a four-figure collectible. It's also worth noting that the 1991D penny was struck using the zinc core composition that had been adopted in 1982. These coins have a thin copper plating over a zinc core, which makes them more vulnerable to environmental damage than earlier. Solid bronze Lincoln cents. Zinc core coins can easily corrode if exposed to moisture, or if the copper plating is compromised. This further explains why high-grade examples from the 1990s are scarce. Many have degraded over time, making those that remain in pristine condition all the more valuable. Beyond its value and collectability, the 1991D Lincoln Memorial Cent occupies a fascinating place in the broader narrative of American coinage. It represents the tail end of the Lincoln Memorial design era, which would eventually give way to the Lincoln Bicentennial reverses in 2009 and the permanent Union Shield design in 2010. As such, 1991 pennies are part of a transitional generation, bridging the classic copper coins of the 20th century with the modern, highly scrutinized coins of the digital age. Coin collecting itself evolved dramatically during this time, with the rise of online auctions, professional grading, and widespread access to numismatic education, all of which have contributed to greater awareness of rare and valuable coins, like the 1991D in summary. While the 1991D Lincoln Memorial penny is a coin that most people have encountered countless times in pocket change, only a small number of these coins have emerged as premium collectibles, fetching up to $4,200. In today's market, these valuable examples are typically defined by exceptional condition, vivid red coloration, and remarkable minting errors or die varieties. The overwhelming majority of 1991D pennies remain worth 1 cent, but the possibility that a rare gem is hiding among them fuels the excitement of collectors and treasure hunters alike, whether you're a novice enthusiast or a seasoned numismatist. The story of the 1991D penny reminds us that value isn't always in age or rarity alone. Sometimes, it's in perfection, patience, and the thrill of discovery. Coins like this prove that the most valuable pieces aren't always centuries old. Next up, the 1991p Washington quarter dollar may initially appear like just another coin from the millions minted for everyday use, but in the nuanced world of numismatics, certain well-preserved or rare examples of this coin have become surprisingly valuable. While the majority of these coins are common and circulate with negligible worth beyond their face value, a select few, those exhibiting extremely high-grade conditions, are rare. Minting errors can command impressive prices in the collector's market. In particular, some pristine examples of the 1991p quarter have reached a market value of up to $1,200. It's making this coin a hidden treasure in the eyes of keen-eyed collectors and modern coin enthusiasts. This unexpected value doesn't lie in the coin's metal content or age, but instead in its minting quality, condition, rarity, and collector demand, which together have elevated this modern quarter into the realm of high-value collectibles. 1991p Washington quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the P mint mark located just to the right of Washington's ponytail on the obverse of the coin. In total, over 570 million of these coins were minted, making it, on the surface, a common piece of currency. However, while mass production often dilutes rarity, it is the surviving examples in near-flawless condition, typically graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, that drive up collector interest and market value. A coin graded MS68 or higher, with full strike and original luster, becomes highly desirable due to its scarcity in that condition. This is especially true for coins with the full strike designation, where Washington's hair details, cheek, definition, and eagle feathers on the reverse are all sharp and bold, without weakness in any of the high points of the design. These characteristics are hard to find on coins from this era, largely because of weak strikes and mass production quality control issues during the early 1990s. To appreciate the true value of the 1991p quarter, it helps to understand its design and historical context. The obverse features the familiar profile of George Washington, originally sculpted by John Flanagan in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. The portrait is flanked by the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." with the date 1991 and the Philadelphia P Mint mark completing the design. On the reverse is a heraldic eagle with wings spread wide, perched atop a bundle of arrows and framed by olive branches, symbols of war and peace. Surrounding the image are the words United States of America and quarter dollar, with E pluribus, unum, inscribed above the eagle's head. Though the quarter's design had remained unchanged since 1932, the quality of minting during the early 90s often varied, making sharply struck. Fully detailed coins, much more elusive. Another important aspect that boosts the 1991 P quarters. Value is the presence of rare mint errors, which can dramatically increase a coin's desirability. Examples include off-center strikes, double die obverse DDO, or reverse DDR errors. Broad strikes, clipped planchettes, struck through grease errors, or even the occasional wrong planchette strike where the coin is struck on a foreign or incorrect metal blank. These error coins are rare by nature, and if discovered on a 1991 P quarter in mint condition, they can push the coin's value well into the four-figure range. 1991 P quarter with a dramatic and well-documented error, especially one authenticated, and graded by PCGS or NGC, becomes a one-of-a-kind collectible. It's often sought after by both quarter enthusiasts and error coin specialists alike. Additionally, the 1991 P quarter holds interest among collectors due to its transitional position. In U.S. coinage history, just a few years later, in 1999, the U.S. Mint would launch the 50-state quarters program, completely redesigning the reverse of the quarter for the first time in decades and shifting the national focus toward thematic coin collecting. As such, the 1991 P quarter is one of the final issues of the classic eagle reverse design that had defined American quarters since 1932. This makes high-quality examples of the 1991 PA key part of a complete Washington quarter collection, particularly for those looking to assemble a full set of business strike quarters from 1932 to 1998, a challenging yet rewarding endeavor. And since most 1991 P quarters saw extensive circulation and wear, finding a true gem mint example free of contact marks, discoloration, or weak strike areas is far from easy. Professional coin grading plays a central role in determining the value of the 1991 P quarter. Coins submitted to PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service or NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company are assigned a grade on the Sheldon scale, ranging from MS-60 to MS-74 mint state coins. The higher the grade, the closer the coin is to perfection. 41991 P quarters. Coins graded MS-65 to MS-66 are relatively accessible and usually sell for modest premiums, perhaps $20 to $50. However, coins graded MS-67 or higher, especially with a full red or brilliant luster and no spots or abrasions, can easily reach $800 to $1,200 or more, depending on eye appeal, population reports, and market demand. Coins that tie for the highest grade recorded for this issue, known as top pop coins, often sell at auction for well above price guide estimates due to their registry potential. Another contributing factor to the rising value of the 1991 P quarter is the surging popularity of modern coin collecting. As younger collectors and investors begin focusing on post-1965 clad coinage, coins like the 1991 P, which were previously ignored due to their modern age, are now receiving increased attention. With the rising cost of older, rarer coins from the early 20th century, many collectors are turning to high-grade modern coins as a more affordable and potentially profitable entry point into serious numismatics. This has led to increased submissions of modern quarters for grading and a growing awareness of how challenging it is to find true, superb gem examples from the 1990s. Consequently, coins like the 1991 P quarter, once overlooked, are now considered key modern issues with strong long-term investment potential. It's important to note, however, that not all 1991 P quarters are valuable. The overwhelming majority, including those with typical circulation wear or those stored without care, remain worth face value. Only those in unusually pristine condition or those exhibiting documented minting errors commands serious premiums. Collectors should focus on coins with full original luster, strong strikes, and minimal contact marks. Submitting a promising coin to PCGS or NGC for grading is the most reliable way to confirm its authenticity, condition, and value. The grading process may involve fees, but for a coin with potential to be worth hundreds or even over $1,000, it's often a worthy investment. In conclusion, the 1991 P. Washington quarter is a surprising gem in modern coinage, a coin minted in the hundreds of millions, yet capable of reaching market values as high as $1,200, thanks to outstanding condition, exceptional strike quality, or rare minting errors. As one of the final years of the traditional eagle reverse, this quarter marks the end of an era in U.S. coinage and serves as a bridge between the classic and modern periods. It is a reminder that numismatic treasures aren't always centuries old or made of precious metals. Sometimes they are hiding in plain sight, tucked away in a roll of change or a forgotten coin jar. For collectors, the 1991 P quarter represents not only a challenge to find a flawless example in a sea of billions, but also an opportunity to own a piece of American coinage history that could be worth far more than its face value. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a curious beginner, it's worth keeping a sharp eye out for that perfect 1991 P quarter, because among the ordinary is always a chance to uncover the extraordinary.